And you had this theory that I just thought it was so elegant and simple. And I was like, it explains all of the weirdness that's going on right now with Tom Brady, all of it. I find it weird. I find it off-putting. Every time Giselle does something, he, like a teenager, posts some cryptic shit to his Instagram account. And this most recent one was, or one of the more recent ones, was after Giselle Bundchen announced that she had remarried the jiu-jitsu instructor who she was definitely not having an affair with while married to Tom, but they have a baby now. They got married. There are photos of them in Florida. They look very happy. And Tom Brady went to Instagram stories on December 20th after news broke, and he posted a photo of himself wearing a white hoodie. I'm reading from Instagram that read "Forever Young" on it, and then under that he captioned it, "Yup," with like multiple P's.
Yeah.
Bill?
So I didn't really, I'm not a social media person, so I didn't realize the full extent of it until earlier
Mm-hmm.
today when you asked me to go back and look at some of the posts that he had. So I did a little bit of research, and like it's kind of sad. Like, I don't know many 50-year-old guys that take shirtless pictures of themselves and post it. Now, the guy's in great shape and he can do it, but it's kind of, it just speaks to the mindset. You're really this hung up on what people think of you.
Well,
And
to me it goes to like, Giselle, don't you miss what was over here? Look at me with my shirt off. My body's fully waxed. Tom Brady is fully waxed, okay? I believe he engages in body makeup. It's not very masculine, Bill, is it?
no, definitely not. And I don't even know if it's for Giselle so much as for everyone else, just for the public perception that he didn't lose to Giselle, that this is the life he wants, that he didn't lose. Like, like we were talking about, um, Tom Brady had two professional significant losses in his career to, real big ones, to Eli Manning and the Giants. That's kind of what Eli Manning is known for.
This was
That's
news to me because again, I don't pay attention to football at all. But you talked about. Can you talk a little bit about what this loss psychologically probably did to someone like a Tom Brady?
yeah. So I mean, he was, I believe it was '08. They were on an historically great season. They were
The
undefeated going into the
Patriots.
Super Bowl. Yes, the Patriots,
They were
and
undefeated.
undefeated regular
How rare is
season
that
through
in
the
football?
playoffs. One time it's happened in the history of football.
And it's the
And
Pats.
no, it was the Miami Dolphins
Oh, it
that had
happened
a
once before.
yes, had a perfect
Okay.
season.
Okay.
So the Patriots are on their way there. All they have left is the Super Bowl. Everyone expects them to win. Um, and then here comes Eli Manning and the Giants, and Eli's just the same face every day, never makes any, nothing goofy. You never know how he's feeling. He's just out there playing, kind of like, that what everybody in New York likes, that workman like type personality.
I was just thinking of that word, workmanlike. Yeah.
And he just goes out there and gets it done. And then he beats him the second time. So to me, I look at this and I see all of these posts and this shirtless stuff and the forever young while his ex-wife has restarted with someone else, and
A younger man, by the way.
a younger man who could beat the shit out of him. Just embarrassing, I guess, to him. Like, no one cares. Like, marriages don't work out all the time. It happens. People get divorced. It is what it is. Be gracious. Go out there, wish them the best in their marriage, and move on. I mean, it's
You
not
know
that
what's
big of
so
a
rich
deal.
about this, Billy? Because we're going to talk about your theory about why all these like ridiculous, lame social media posts and the like hanging out with 25-year-old influencers. But this feels very late stage Elvis to me. Like, do you remember when Priscilla Presley left Elvis for her karate instructor? You may not. You were too young for
No.
this, but like, I'm a historian of this shit. I was too young for this. Anyway, she left Elvis for her karate instructor, and this was a real blow to Elvis Presley because nobody says no to Elvis Presley. And then he started like in his like Vegas shows and stuff. He became Fat Elvis, and he would come out like dressed like he was like, what do you call the like what's the when you're doing karate? What's that? What do you
The
wear?
gi.
The gi. He would come out in the gi and do like karate moves and stuff like that. And that's what this feels like to me. All of this like overcorrecting instead of being like, and this, by the way, is so rich coming from a guy, he and Bridget Moynihan, they did it in a very classy way, and she was extremely classy about it. But listen, she was pregnant when Tom Brady started dating Giselle, and they've always insisted there was zero overlap. I've never bought it. So why does Tom Brady get to feel sorry for himself? Why does he get to ask us to feel sorry for him?
And see, that's the thing. I think he's too proud to ask people to feel sorry for him, but at the same time, he's so embarrassed by this because it's a loss for him, and everything in his life is so controlled, from the diet he has to the way
The workout regimen.
I watched a video of how he threw a ball in the wind, and he explained it so well, and I never knew there was so much detail that went into how he threw the ball depending upon the direction of the wind and the speed of the wind. Like
Are you kidding?
He has a level of control of everything. Yeah, it was amazing. And it made perfect sense. He was able to explain it in a way that.
Why can't he do that in his role as a color commentator for Fox Sports at $25 million a year?
It's 37.5 million, and it was actually part of it. It was a little clip of it. But so you can't tell me all this other stuff coming out there. It's not just who he is every day. It's controlled. I would have hoped he would have had a better social media person, a little better public relations, to saying, Tom, you're approaching 50. You don't have to be out there with your shirt on. Everybody knows you're the greatest. Off. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. We talked about A-Rod last time I was on. It's kind of A-Rod-ish to me, like that picture of him in Central Park. Yeah.
It's lame. It's thirsty. It's desperate. It shows who he is really deep inside. And I think, to your point, you said, so this was the thing, this was your elegant theory as to what's going on, is that aside from that loss to Eli Manning at the Super Bowl, Tom Brady doesn't lose. He doesn't lose games. He doesn't lose in business deals, and he doesn't lose people, especially women. If anybody's walking away, it's him.
Yeah,
but
and I guess
Giselle walked away from him, and she's never looked back, it seems.
So he turns around and he has to get, and I didn't even know who this girl was, but the 25-year-old. Yeah, I never even heard of her.
Alix.
Special. Okay. But you know what the ironic thing is? I've seen games with Brady, and I mean, he's the GOAT. Like, I mean, I'm a New Yorker, and I'll say he's the greatest quarterback of all time. It's just, if you're going into a game, you got one or two quarterbacks you want in history. It's Tom Brady and Joe Montana. But if you're going for a full career, it's Tom Brady. He stayed healthy longer. He did it better than anyone. And he was as tough as they come. I saw him get hit in a game. He got hit so hard and driven to the ground that it ripped his helmet off. And he just got back up and grabbed his helmet and went right back to work. He's physically tough. You have to give it to him. He's so worried about what everybody thinks, and he's putting all this crap out. I don't know. It's kind of weak.
You know what I think it is, before we go over to another football player who seems to have lost his way, Travis Kelce. I think with a Tom Brady, someone who achieves that level of true greatness, like you were just talking about how he broke down the mechanics of throwing a football in the wind based on detecting which way the wind was going. It's kind of like American Sniper kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like how you
100%.
get the shot off with the wind. There's no room for anything else in your life. It's football from sun up to sundown. That is it. You eat, sleep, breathe, dream it. And even your closest relationships with his wife, with his children, they're going to suffer. Before they separated, he did this interview with Howard Stern. I'll never forget it. And I was kind of shocked he admitted it, because it really gave a peek behind the cost of that kind of greatness and the kinds of, it's a mentality to pursue it. He was like, I've missed Thanksgivings. You would think a Tom Brady could be like, you know what, guys, I'm going to take Thanksgiving off. Okay. That's a day that's sacred. He's like, I've missed Thanksgivings. I've missed Christmases. I've missed birthdays. I've missed graduations. Like, that's the cost.
I don't think any of them get there. Any of the greats get there. I don't think Michael Jordan got there. I don't think Kobe got there. You don't get to that level of success without having that sacrifice. I just don't think it's possible. I mean, there's one thing to be a Hall of Famer, but the greatest of all time, it's there has to be a sacrifice somewhere.
Today's show is sponsored by Cowboy Colostrum. Colostrum is the first milk that babies often receive from their mothers after birth. Cow babies, that is. It's often referred to as liquid gold because it is packed with proteins, natural growth factors, and antimicrobials. Three things that can enhance your immune response, reduce inflammation, repair and balance gut lining, and reduce bloating. They can even make your hair and skin look amazing. Cowboy Colostrum offers the highest quality cow colostrum in the U.S. They don't overprocess or strip their colostrum, leaving it whole with full fat and high protein for ultimate nutrient density. And it is sourced from 100% grass-fed cows here in the United States with all natural ingredients and no artificial flavors. You can add Cowboy Colostrum to your coffee or smoothie. It is simple and easy to drink. For a limited time, our listeners get up to 25% off their entire order. Just head to cowboycolostrum.com/Maureen and use code Maureen at checkout. That's 25% off when you use code Maureen at cowboycolostrum.com/Maureen. After you purchase, they're going to ask you, where did you hear about them? Please support our show. Tell them you're a troublemaker and tell them that The Nerve sent you.